So first off, we have some special commentary. Dr. Swift, would you like to make an introduction?
Well, good evening, President Johnson and trustees, members of the community who've joined us both in person and those who are joining us via live stream. It is our honor this evening to welcome Mr. Dan Ezekiel, who is coming to share special commentary, and then will be followed by Alexis Blizman, also for special commentary. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dr. Swift. Good evening, trustees and members of the administration and members of the public. I'm very happy to be here. Thanks for hearing us tonight. I always feel like I should start by thanking you, trustees. You work very long, hard hours to serve in an unpaid job and to steward the resources of our district for the benefit of our community and for our children of our community especially. And I really want to take a minute to acknowledge that and appreciate it. It means a lot. I'm here as the chair of the Huron Valley group of the Sierra Club, but I also am wearing a lot of hats this evening, as some of you probably know. I attended the Ann Arbor Public Schools and I graduated from Pioneer. Both of my kids attended Ann Arbor Public Schools, K through 12. My wife and I are both retired Ann Arbor Public School teachers, and this is a real homecoming for me because I taught here at Forsyth from 1987 until 2016 when I retired. So I feel pretty comfortable in this venue. And I want to thank the board and the superintendent and the administration for prioritizing sustainability in the bond package. I feel that commitment aligns with the values of our community, and it also promotes our students' learning environment as they go out into the world as leaders in a very changed world that we're living in and that we're going to live in. It also affects and improves the long-term financial stability of the school district, and not to mention the future of our planet. And I also want to specifically say, because some people will know this is an issue that I particularly care about and have been advocating with the district for about 40 years, congratulations also on obtaining a large grant from EAGLE in order to begin to repair our recycling efforts and other ways of reducing landfill contribution from the district. And also, congratulations on the work of Dave Siegel and Cord Ambrosino, who was my student, and other members of the environmental education staff, the work that you're beginning to do and bringing students on board to help with these sustainability initiatives. Those are big steps and great steps, and thank you and congratulations. The Huron Valley group of the Sierra Club and the Ecology Center supported the bond proposal and actively campaigned for it. We collectively communicated about the environmental and community benefits of the bond to more than 10,000 people who vote in the school district. This was unprecedented for both of our organizations, which had never weighed in on a school funding proposal before. And we did so because of the vision and the ambition of the ballot proposal. Of course, vision and ambition need to get put into practice. And actually now the hard work begins. You'll undoubtedly encounter resistance to some of the sustainability measures that you consider, and we urge you to persist and overcome them. And we're also here to offer our assistance in those efforts and excited to work with you on the implementation of the plan. And I suppose I'll say we would also be disappointed, and we'd make our disappointment known if we felt like that wasn't happening. It's a great step that the school board created a bond implementation advisory committee. That's a mechanism for public engagement and for accountability to the district's stakeholders and for tapping the creativity of the community. So thank you for that. Now that voters have expressed our billion-dollar confidence in the district to manage this project, and given that a substantial portion of the bond package was devoted to sustainability, and market it as sustainability, it's essential that the district articulate in some detail what that means. The language in the bond proposal itself is good, but you can only fit so much on a ballot proposal, and the wording was intentionally vague and inclusive. The district's sustainability policy, 8,000, is good, but of course it too is guidance at the 10,000 foot level. Now it's time to build out the substance of the district's sustainability policy and the details of its plan. And that's what we're here to work with you on. And my colleague from the Ecology Center, Alexis Blizman, will elaborate on those points. Thank you.
Thank you for having me here. My name is Alexis Blizman. I'm the policy director of the Ecology Center. I've been there since 2011, and I predominantly work on energy policy at the state level, mostly in the legislature, and then at the Public Service Commission. As many of you are aware, the Ecology Center has worked with the school district in various ways for over 50 years, and we've had the chance to work with many of you as well. One of our founding board members, Bill Browning, was the district's longtime environmental educator, and our staff has presented environmental and recycling education programs to hundreds of classrooms over the last 40-some years. We've worked with you on addressing lead and drinking water issue, and we've worked, my colleague Rebecca Munich has worked with Trustee Lazarus at the state level on the filter first policy. And I had the opportunity to work with Trustee Baskett on a transit millage back in 2014 that was very successful, so thank you. Also, it's worth noting that Emil Lozana and Jason Bing had developed the Energy Works curriculum, or Energy Works Michigan program 10 years ago. And Jason Bing also continued later on to work with the Ecology Center on the Renewable Schools program. So we have incredible respect for and confidence in your staff leadership on these issues. The Ecology Center also is a leader of a coalition of area organizations, the Ann Arbor Climate Partnership. This is working to address the climate crisis with the urgency that it demands. And this bond allows the school district to be not only a participant, but really a leader on these issues. So as Dan had indicated, some of the devil is in the details. And so we're here to encourage you to consider you doing the following steps as you go toward implementation of the bond. The first is to elaborate on the district's sustainability policy, specific goals and timelines regarding climate emissions, energy usage, solid waste, food systems, toxic chemicals, and all with an eye toward environmental justice and equity. Establishing a carbon neutrality goal, much like the City of Ann Arbor and the University of Michigan have done. And we have heard indication that the governor is going to come out with her climate plan sometime in the next quarter. And then develop the accompanying implementation plan. This is obviously where most of the detail comes in, but there are certainly goals and benchmarks along the way that should be met. Develop a zero waste plan, which reduces landfill materials as much as possible, and also look at an environmental justice plan and for any improvements, use of healthy building materials, so we can continue to keep toxic chemicals away from our children in our schools. At a sort of different level, consider aligning some of the programs with vocational training, with electricians, perhaps IBEW, with the community colleges. We are in desperate need of skilled trades, and it's definitely a career path that we can be steering people to help really save our future. So those are sort of some of the implementation suggestions we have. We look forward to working with you in the future. We will be here and hope to work with you all. Thank you.
Thank you. 1 second before you leave. Did any trustees have any questions or comments? Trustee Baskett.
Hi again, Alexis.
Hi.
And Dan, will you please send us a printed copy of your comments so we make sure we have everything
Absolutely.
delineated? Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much.